What up? Hey, what up, dog? 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 What up?
What up, Dope Pride Nation? Welcome to Luke G's Field Review, and we back at it this time with a film study of the University of Michigan's tight end Zach Gentry. As you can see, Mr. Gentry is 6'8", 262, and the reason I'm going to start off with this page is I want you to be able to see his stats. And now they don't tell the whole story, but let's just get into what's really going on here. Let's start off with the strengths. He does a very good job of getting in the way during blocks. He does a half decent job in pass block, and I say half decent is because I've seen him do some things suspect. He has pretty decent hands. I mean, and he will follow to a T what the assignments are. In terms of the weakness, he's not very physical. I don't believe he's very strong. And he has a huge problem dealing with fast and powerful DNs and outside linebackers. And I'm not saying like that's all in one. I'm telling you, them types of linebackers give him problems. So let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so let's start with the good. If you look right here, this is Mr. Zach Gentry. Okay. And what I like about this play is he does a very good job of blocking. Okay. And so he comes off, gets the block. Nothing special, but he did the job. Okay. Mr. Zach Gentry is right here. And what you're going to see from this play is he's going to do a very good job of bursting off the line. And he's going to show you why that 6'8" frame is very useful. Now, what I want you to do is notice that he came to the highest point of that catch. Okay. And he does this route. And again, his route running to me, I don't want to say it's a strength, and I certainly don't want to say it's a weakness. It's a 50-50. But again, he does a very good job of catching the ball at the highest point, locating the defender right there, turning his head and using his peripheral to try to get and evade this defender, and showing some good vision. That's good stuff there. Okay, Mr. Zach Gentry is right here. And on this play, you're going to see him do a very nice job of pass blocking. And as you can see, he's not going to overextend. And he's keeping the guy at bay. That's beautiful, people. Just beautiful. So I'll give you another look at it. So right here, I don't really like that base, but he's not doing much. I think he's spying the quarterback and trying to keep contained. But right here, he holds that block. Okay, Mr. Zach Gentry is right here. All right. And what you're going to see right here is another good reason that they like this tight end in Michigan. He's going to see what's going on in terms of the linebacker, and he's going to cut that route short. So right here, his quarterback, and I think most Michigan fans can contest to this, was horrible. Because right here, he's clearly open, and this quarterback is somehow zeroed in over here. And then as he comes across, he just had to pitch it. It's still open. Nonetheless, he got open. I thought that was a good route to recognize what the linebackers were at and to make that happen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So now we are here with Mr. Zach Gentry. And you can see the arrow pointing to him. And what you're going to see is he's going to cut that route shallow. And what I want you to see is, again, how that quarterback failed him. And he cuts the route short right here. Now, at this point, the quarterback needs to see this. I don't know what he's looking at. At this point, the quarterback is looking at him. Okay? And he needs to throw the ball to him at this point. But what he does in this play that I love is he never gives up on it. And I want you to watch how he turns and see, oh, he's going to run? Okay, let me try to at least get in the way, even though he took the worst end of it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we have him lined up wide out here. And what you're going to see is if you pay attention, you're going to see that everything down here is pretty much flat. You got the one high right here, and you get the two safeties. So what you're going to see is he's going to recognize this, and he's going to cut that route short. And again, the quarterback is going to fail him. He's definitely open, ladies and gentlemen. And I will say, when it comes to his routes, he does a very good job running the curl route, the drag. I think he does a pretty decent run in the quick slant. And I love his out route. But this right here had to be rough if you're a Michigan fan. And watching this quarterback, again, not seeing that he got a guy open and he turns and throw it into double coverage. That's I feel your pain, people. Okay. Right here is Mr. Zach Gentry. Okay. And he's going to run a somewhat lackluster route, and that's probably because he got tired of this not being noticed. However, he does something at the end of this play that I have a lot of respect for, even though he was technically out of bounds. And what you're going to see is the ball is now going to get passed. It's going to get deflected, and he focuses and stays with it, ladies and gentlemen. You can't ask for much more than that. Now, right here, you will see the ball is deflected, and he was clearly out of bounds. As y'all can see, that foot was over here. He stepped off of it. But nonetheless, he was aware enough to make that catch and tried to make a juke to get outside. So I give him props for that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Zach Gentry is right here. And what I liked about this play was he just did a good job of following through on a block. Sometimes when you come up on that block, you got to make sure it counts, and he just followed through on it. That's good stuff right there, ladies and gentlemen. You just want to see a guy finish a play, and he at least finished it. Now, when I watched film on Mr. CJ Conrad, I didn't see him finish too many blocks, but with this guy, if you just keep an eye on him, boom, he engages him. I don't like that he got his hands on the outside, because that can, be a ticky-tack call. But I do like that he finished that play. Okay. So Mr. Gentry is here again. And what I'm going to like about this particular play is he does a very good job adjusting to a poor pass, getting his hands under the ball and securing that catch. So he's going to come up, as you can see from right there. He comes off, makes that little out route, gets underneath there. You can't ask for anything better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Again, hands underneath the ball. That's all you really wanted to do. And he'll make sure he gets down so he doesn't get hit. Again, that's his route. He can run that route all day. Okay? So, that's part of the good. Okay? Now, in this particular play, as you can see, this is a bunch set. And anybody who watched Michigan know that they play a little bit of old school football. But again, he's right here, and what I like about this is he's going to follow through on a block. You can't ask for much more than that. Just follow through on the block. So again, just to show you the block in slow-mo, he comes off the ball. First person he runs into, he's just going to keep pushing. Now, that guy does get tripped up on his own guy, but nonetheless, he finishes that block. That's all you really want to see in a blocking tight end, and that's where he is. He's pretty much a blocking tight end. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, right here, he's going to do a very good job of catching the ball in traffic and using that big 6'8" frame. And what you're going to see right here, boom. You can't ask for much more than that right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you can ask for. You just want to be able to have the guy catch the ball in traffic and secure the catch. Good job by him. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gentry is here now. And I can get much more technical than this, but I just want y'all to be able to see the footage for yourself. Right here, what I love about this is he is going to do an excellent, and I mean excellent job, boxing out the defender, stretching out for the ball, and he does all this while fighting through contact. That's beautiful, people. That's beautiful. Right here, this guy all on him. And you can clearly see the height difference right there. Now, at this point, that's clearly pass interference, and I know somebody's going to say it's in slow-mo, but it doesn't matter. He's crossing his arms over his. The ball is caught via hands, brought in, secure. Beautiful, beautiful play. All right, people. So now let's get into the bad. Anything outside his route tree, it gets real suspect. And right here is where he's at. And to me, this is probably one of the weakest routes I've seen ran. This is pretty weak. And he doesn't even get separation. So keep an eye on him. He's right here. Yeah, I don't know what that was. You know, there's nothing extra to it. There's no head fake or anything like that. But again, that's just some of the bad. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, some more of that bad that we talked about. Mr. Gentry is right here. Okay. And what I want you to pay attention to is how he allows this DN to finish the play. It's shameful in my opinion, but nonetheless, let's watch. I love me some IHOP, but I don't want to see that in my tight end. I mean, look at this, man. Look at this. You can't be on your back. This can't happen. But it did. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on this play right here in particular, you know, he does a good job of getting out there and getting the block on the cornerback. What I don't like is he doesn't hold it. So he comes out, boom, block. Hold that block. You 6'8", 260. You should not be letting cornerbacks do you like that. You know what I mean? That just should not happen. Okay, but it did. It did happen. And there's no way that at 6'8", 260, you should be letting this guy here do this and get off this block. There's no way. And not only does he let him get off this block, the quarterback does his job and avoid the tackler. If he holds his block, how many more yards is that? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to get into the ugly. I want to go ahead and put up a parental advisory. If you have small children, please do not allow them to see this, because this is going to get real ugly. What you're going to see here is he's going to overextend. He's going to get bodied. Why he does this is beyond me. His blocking technique at times get very poor, but this is what he did, and this is the result. Did y'all see that, people? Did y'all see what just happened? Maybe y'all missed it. I'm gonna put all the ugly in slow-mo because I really think y'all need to take in the level of ugly that this is. Again, he's right here. He's going against another draft prospect, Polite. So let's see what happens. Overextends and still got bodied. How? Okay. Okay. He's 6'8", 262, people. Okay, Lion Pride. I know you're probably getting tired of seeing this ugly, but I just got to show it. He's right here. Somebody go and get the body bag. Get it. Just get it. I mean, he even gets up and stare him down. Lord Jesus, we're gonna pray for him. We're gonna pray for him, people. And because this is the ugly section, we're back at it with some more ugly. Once again, he's right here. Zip him up, people. He's going to get bodied. Y'all missed that? That's okay. It's okay. You can get a little bit confused. Let me go back a little bit. I'm gonna follow it with the cursor. Keep your eyes on this. He's right here, people. He's right here, people. Why he's still on his back, people, is beyond me. That's 6'8", 262. It get ugly. I ain't done, people. What you gonna see right here is he's gonna show some poor blocking technique. And this is what happens when you get lazy and you try to block too high, or you don't get your pass down and drop your butt and get your hands inside. And he's gonna go for a nice little ride. The problem with the ride is where he ends up at the destination. He's right here. Let's take a look at it. Now, I want y'all to understand something. At this point, you would expect for this guy to be beast moding him, right? But what comes next is what's going to scare us, people. Keep your eyes right here. Did y'all see that man get walked back into the running back and put on his back? Did y'all see that? No? Okay. Watch this. We're going to do it from a different angle. Okay, people. So from this angle, you see Mr. Gentry right here. Here's his defender. Lord, this right here. I almost feel wrong for showing y'all this, but this is what y'all need to know about the player. Watch this poor tackling technique. This poor blocking technique. Now, where is that arm at? Outside, right? Who got inside leverage? He do. Who's shorter? And I know somebody's gonna say, well, he is 6'8". Okay, but here's the thing. He's already getting carried. I mean, now he's off balance. He gets pushed way back into the running back. This is a running back I've heard a few people say that they want the Lions to get. He got to know how to avoid this. You can't be getting tripped up off that. But to get bodied like that, people, zip him up. Lord Jesus. Okay, people, this is going to have to be the last ugly I show you, because sometimes when things are so ugly, you have to know when and just go ahead and put them out their misery. So right here, you know, I keep saying that these guys got to get into the weight room and they need to really hone their craft in that weight room. And what you're going to see here is this DN is going to toss him with one arm. Yeah, I said that, one arm. Let's just take a look. And it's in slow-mo because I really want you to see. Like, this is the slowest I can put it in. Look at this. He comes off. All right. And this guy got one arm and was able to push him back to create separation. Now, at this point, he was still winning it. But then he gets tossed. People, that's the DN looking for his offensive player. That's our tight end, Zach Gentry. And when I say R, he goes to Michigan, so he's part of the family at this point. But to show you it in a little bit of a faster positioning, I'll go back just a little bit. Again, he's right here, DN. You can't let nobody just body you with one arm. Come on, bruh. It happened. It happened. So here's my final thought on Zach Gentry. He's somewhere between a 3rd and 5th round pick. I say 3rd because some people are going to fall in love with that 6'8", 262 frame. He is a very big receiver who knows how to use his height and weight to his advantage. He's very good at boxing you out. He's pretty decent in catching in traffic. He's pretty solid at running those short routes. He has pretty decent hands. Where these things fall short at is he lacks aggression. He lacks discipline when it comes to blocking assignment. He uses poor technique. He often has trouble with faster outside rushing people. And that could be a bit of an issue because you have to keep in mind that he's going to be going up against people like Khalil Mack and, Clay Matthews, Nick Perry, Daniels and Griffin, and he's had issues with those. Now, if you're asking me, will he be a good tight end to come in and assist the tackle on those types of blocks? Certainly. But if you leave him on an island one-on-one, then you might as well go ahead and not even look for him, okay? Because he's going to get body, as we saw. To be 6'8", 262 pounds and can't hold a block on a cornerback. That's concerning. And those are things that can be fixed if he get into the weight room. Michigan ran the ball a whole lot. Okay, they ran it a whole lot. Sometimes they ran it and they didn't even need to. But that's why you don't see the gaudy numbers. You don't see more passing yards and stuff like that. Now, on top of them running the ball, the quarterback was not very good. In fact, he was downright terrible. And people always ask me, well, when do you judge quarterbacks? And I judge them when you have a run game, okay? And you have things around you to do it. This quarterback was just missing his mark, even though the guy was wide open, in favor of trying to get the ball down the field, as you saw on my film. Overall, do I like the player? Yes. Do I think he has a very good chance of being a Detroit Lion if they do not select T.J. Hockenson with the 8th pick? Yes. I'm almost certain that he would be a Detroit Lion just off the virtue of the height and the weight and his ability and willingness to block. Even though he gets not so technical at times. So that's my synopsis of Zach Gentry at this moment. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. I'll be back with some more film studies. And until next time, don't be no chump. Please do your research.